Hey guys, it's Video Game Cadet here, and we are once again about to go game hunting. I think this is episode 10, so that's pretty cool. I was super hyped. It's Saturday, and I was gonna go yard sale hunting. You remember last week I was telling you about how yard sale season in my area seemed like it was about to kick off. There were 94 postings last weekend, and it got rained out. This Saturday, there was 115, so even more. But despite a super sunny and dry week, it started raining this morning at about 6 o'clock in the morning, so yard sales, I missed them again. So it's now about noon, and I decided to do some late day game hunting because it's the weekend, and I don't want to have a weekend go by where I don't game hunt. So, and I think my wife Nicole is actually going to go with me, so that is pretty cool. I'm pretty hyped about that. So let me go ahead and grab her, and we'll get to the game hunting, guys. All right.
Crazy mother.
So we just wrapped up at our first Goodwill of the day, and we did get two little scores here, some games and stuff. So this first one, I found a game, and Nicole likes to shop at Goodwill's for movies and stuff that she likes, and they have a buy two and save, so I ended up getting a game and she got a movie. So you want to go ahead and show them that?
So I got a documentary about Lucille Ball.
You're a fan of the old school stuff?
Yeah.
And then I got a copy of Robots for the Nintendo GameCube, and you want to open it up?
Sure.
That one is a complete copy, so we spent $5 for the two of those. And I was pretty excited about this score here, and that is The Lion King on the Sega Genesis, and let's see if we can get that in there. So that came in at $2.99, and that is complete. So very cool find and a good one to add to the collection. I have my resident Sega fangirl in here. That's what she grew up playing. I was a Nintendo guy, but we're definitely excited about taking that one home and playing it too.
Mm-hmm. Using the cheat code.
Using the cheat code. All right, guys, we're gonna keep hunting right now. Just left the weigh and pay Goodwill that you just saw. Now I tried to get some footage inside there, but it's a Saturday, so it is crazy packed, and it's a little awkward when there's so many people around. I was able to get some footage, but I ended up getting a nice N64 game lot, which is just like last time. So very cool that they had more N64 games. They had some Game Boy Advance games there that were pretty good titles. It was just a little overpriced for me, but I did walk away with 3 N64 games. So we have Super Mario 64, great game. I picked that up for $9.99. And then we got Star Wars Shadows of the Empire for the N64, paid $2.99 for that, so pretty sweet deal. And then Namco Museum for the N64, paid $2.99 for that as well, so a pretty sweet deal. Had you ever played Super Mario 64?
Yeah, I have. Oh, it even says Star Wars on the front.
Yeah,
top.
I really appreciate that.
Really smart.
So yeah, I spent about $15, $16 on that, so a decent lot. I didn't have Star Wars or Namco Museum in my collection, so those are new ads, and I'll probably flip the Mario 64 to, get my money out of that deal. All right, guys, we're gonna keep game hunting, so we'll see what we can find. so long story short, Nicole and I hit a ton more stores since the last time you saw us, and it was just bust after bust. We couldn't seem to find anything, and she was getting worn out, so you know, I decided to drop her off, and so she got settled in at home, and I decided to go to like 1 or 2 more stores because I really hate ending a day without a really good find, and sometimes that leaves me disappointed when I can't find much of anything. But today it worked out. So I just hit the Chick thrift store you saw me pull up, and I've got a sweet bag of Genesis games. Now these came in at $198 a piece, which I think is a pretty sweet deal, especially for the titles I picked up. So let me go ahead and show you. So we have Toe Jam and Earl. Now all these cartridges are in like pretty good shape. They need to be cleaned up a little bit, but overall they're in good shape, and it looks like they'll clean up well, and they all look like they're gonna play pretty decently. So we had Revenge of Shinobi, Mortal Kombat Numero Uno. We have Vector Man, Primal Rage. Oh, I loved this game when I was a kid. Very good game, enjoy it. We have Wonder Boy in Monster World. I haven't played this one yet, but I've heard a lot of good stuff about it, so I'm pretty hyped about that one. We have NBA Jam, and this is the tournament edition, so that is pretty sweet. We have Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Very cool. One of my favorite movies. Really enjoy that early 90s action films. The genre is really cool. We have Jurassic Park, another good early 90s action film. And this one I'm not really all that familiar with. I'm sure one of you guys know more about it than me. This is Comic Zone. So I think that's, yeah, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. That's a pretty sweet lot. I'm pretty hyped about that. And it's been a while since I've had like a decently sized Sega lot. And for less than 20 bucks, 10 good games, I'm really excited. I think that's the way you end a day. All right, guys, that's a wrap. We've had a long day. We hit a ton of stores. I definitely enjoyed myself, but it feels like we did some work today. It definitely worked out though. We had some awesome N64 games, a GameCube game find, and that big Sega lot at the end was definitely clutch for ending the day well. But we are definitely both worn out. Nicole's like upstairs taking a nap, and I'm sitting out on my back deck ready to relax for a while. I think I'm gonna grab a cold one and just sit back for an hour or so. Thank you for checking out the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and I would love to hear some comments from everybody, or give the video a thumbs up. That would be really great. Now there was one more thing that I wanted to talk about before I ended this video, and that is about arcades. My buddy and I were having a few beers the other night, and we were talking about like the current state of arcades in the US. So I'm curious about whether you guys are still going to arcades, and if you enjoy that, or have you just left it in the past and you don't really do that anymore. I think with the emergence of virtual reality games like the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive and stuff like that, that we might see a resurgence in the arcade market. As these things roll out, their price points are going to be pretty high comparatively to like home consoles and handheld game systems. So I think for a while, the best way to do it might be to have it by arcades and you pay for time. And that would help a lot of people get into virtual reality games without having to have upfront cost of like $500 or even more. And this is a great segue to the fact that my wife and I and my younger brother ended up going to the arcade a few nights ago, and we had a really good time. And I actually caught some footage, so I'm gonna put that here at the end. So stick around if you enjoy that type of stuff, and I'll show you some of the games that we played in the arcade just around the corner of our house. So until next time, guys, Video Game Cadet reporting out.